Hello, Leos, and welcome to this, your November 1st through November 15th reading and predictions. Happy New Year. I know some of you are looking at your calendars right now going, what does she mean, Happy New Year? Happy New Year, happy Samhain, and happy Halloween. No matter how you slice it at this time of the year, for those of us who recognize a slightly different calendar, October 31st is our New Year's Eve, and November 1st is our New Year. So enjoy, because this is an exciting time of the year. This is when we have new beginnings. Also, this is the time of the year when the veil thins between those who have crossed over and us. So if you are interested in mediumship, in developing your own mediumship abilities, or consulting with a medium for somebody, one of your loved ones who has crossed over, right now is the best time of the year to be doing this kind of work or this kind of development of your own abilities. So Leo, enjoy. All right, for those of you who are new here, thank you so much for joining my little channel. You're very welcome here. And for those of you who are returning, thank you for continuing to support my little channel. If this video resonates with you when you get to the end, please consider giving it a like and subscribing. Let's get going, Leo. Where are we going first? Let's pull some cards. Figure out where you're at now. Also, for those of you who are new here, I do not edit my videos. What you see is what you get. I expect authenticity if I go and consult with a psychic or a medium, and so that's what I put out in my videos, is authenticity. Also, if you notice my camera shaking and wobbling a little bit, I am currently set up in Waco, Texas. Yes, I am in Texas. I will be here until the middle of November. So anyone who is in Texas who is watching these videos, if you are interested in an in-person reading with me, I would be happy to travel as far south as San Antonio, as far north as Dallas. But there is a caveat. I would require at least 4 people to want a reading, or we could also make arrangements for a psychic party. So if you're interested in that, all of my contact details are down below. Well, I am currently in Texas visiting, but going back to my wobbly camera, it's because I'm in an RV. I also have a very heavy cat. When she moves around, the RV wobbles, and it's Texas and it's windy. And when we get a wind gust, it shakes the whole RV. So there you have it. All right, Leo, let's get going. That was enough of an explanation. Let's see where you are at right now and what's going on. Oh, one card almost came out and one did. And we got 2 cards out. We've got 2 cards out for you. Let's take a look. We have the Ace of Wands. Ooh, new beginnings, and the Emperor. Exciting. So the Ace of Wands is always about new beginnings, particularly when it comes to new beginnings, new enterprises, typically maybe something that has to do with work or career. And when the Ace of Wands comes up, as opposed to the Ace of Pentacles, for example, Ace of Pentacles is new beginnings specifically related to money. But the Ace of Wands is about something that has to do with work, and it's work that you're going to have to put forward. The Suit of Wands is about fire. So it's about taking action. So this represents that right now you are at that place of new beginnings. It is going to require you to put some work into this new beginning, but good things are on their way to you. You also have the Emperor here. Now the Emperor, sorry, my lighting is a little bit off. It's a little bit too bright. Let me see if I can turn that down. The Emperor brings us masculine energy. Oh, that's better. Wow. Okay. The Emperor is bringing us masculine energy. The Emperor brings us decision-making that is done in a very unemotional way. And this brings me back to this Ace of Wands here, that when we have a new endeavor or a new enterprise and we're having to put a lot of work into it, oftentimes what we need to do is make sure that we're not being overly emotional about what we're doing. And that's reinforced here by this Emperor coming in at the same time, Leo, indicating that you need to make sure that this new endeavor that you're embarking upon, and I do want to say, intuitively, psychically, I'm picking up that for many of you, now remember, keep in mind, this is a general reading, but generally speaking, for a good majority of Leos, you are at the moment looking at your careers and you're going, how much longer do I want to do this? Is this something that I want to continue to do long term? You're questioning where you're at right now. And that is causing you to branch out into this Ace of Wands and look at new perspectives, look at different things, looking at the skills that you currently have. And that's part of what this Emperor is doing, looking at the skills that you currently have and how you can transform those skills or upgrade those skills into your next endeavor. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Three of Pentacles maybe come out. Yeah, I want to say maybe three of Pentacles might be coming out here, which is the card of being called upon to upgrade or update some, attend seminars, make sure you have all the information before you go forward. But yeah, this is indicating there's definitely a new start, or you are thinking about potentially a new start, changing careers. And for some of you, you're at that point where you're on the verge of handing in your notice. And for others, you're just at that point where you're going, what else is out there? Like you're at that point of scrolling and you haven't actually made that decision yet. But definitely, Leo, you are looking at potential career change or shift in what you've been doing. Let's have a look at what you are focusing on for the first 2 weeks of November. Where are you placing your attention? Right, we got nothing that's jumped out, so let's go through one more time. If that card's going to jump. It's going to fall off the pile or not. Yep, there it goes. Yep, out it comes. All right, is there anything else? Anything else for Leo for the first half of November? Okay. What do we have? The Fool. Uh-huh. And for those of you who don't know, I usually work with jumped or falling cards as opposed to actually selecting the cards from the deck. And that's just the way I work. So the Fool card is the very first card in the tarot. And this card represents new beginnings. New beginnings. So the first two cards that I pulled were where you are at now, here as I sit doing this reading for you at the end of October. And this is the card of what you are focusing on going forward, going forward into November. The Fool is about new beginnings, and it's about a change or a shift in philosophy into something that you are potentially unfamiliar with, which indicates that going back to this work, job, or career, there's a possibility that for a lot of you Leos, if you move forward with this thought of potentially changing careers, for many of you, you're thinking about doing a full-on change or a full-on shift into doing something very different from what it is that you have been doing with this Fool card. The way that the tarot is laid out, just very briefly, the way the tarot is laid out is the Fool is the 0 card. And from there, we move up through into the 21st card. And as we're going through that, we're going through from basically baby, the Fool, knowing nothing, no knowledge, inexperienced, perhaps a little silly, quite immature, up to the world where you've learned all of these lessons along the path. So this is the very first card. This is new beginnings. This card is the epitome of naivety as well. So, you know, stepping out into something new, something out of the ordinary. All right. Let's take a look at what's challenging you and what's perhaps preventing you from stepping out. I do have a card over there on the floor, so I'll pick it up in just a moment. It went flying out. All right, so it looks like we just have the one card, and it did come out in the reverse. King of Pentacles in reversed. All right. The King of Pentacles in reverse. Normally, the King of Pentacles would be all about new beginnings and having achieved prosperity in business or work, and really feeling like you are the king of the castle and being able to sit upon the throne. But when the King of Pentacles comes out in reverse, it is an indication that things are being delayed for you. And then to top it off, this is also in your difficult influences, thus reinforcing that this new beginning that you're hoping to achieve at this time, Leo, is being somewhat delayed. And it's being delayed for a number of reasons. But what I'm picking up is it's being delayed for divine timing. So most people who are watching psychics online or tarot readers online are very much aware that the world is changing in a drastic way very, very quickly at this time. And as the world changes and shifts, we know that starting something new when we don't know what tomorrow is going to bring can be absolutely, I mean, starting something new for many of us is frightening, but starting something new when we know that the whole world and the dynamic of our world and the politics of our world and the greater institutions of our world are changing and shifting at this time. We don't know what tomorrow is going to look like. So it can be absolutely terrifying to branch out and want to be starting something new. And this card, what I'm picking up is that the King of Pentacles in the upright position is a very good omen. In an upside down position or a reverse position, it's an indication that there's a delay that's happening. And what I'm picking up intuitively is that the delay is happening not because you should not be doing this, but it's happening because of divine timing. There is going to be very much a factor of right now is a good time, and you know, starting a new business is about timing. Making a change in career or job, it is about timing. And this card is indicating that the timing for you to take this leap of faith with this Fool is coming, but it has not arrived yet. But you are in those planning stages. You are on the verge of making this change, but maybe not by the middle of November, we're going to pull some more cards and we're going to have a look at that as well. All right. Let's have a look at messages that the universe would like you to hear at this time. Almost threw another one onto the floor, caught it before it went over. All right, messages you need to hear at this time. Okay. All right, so the first message the universe wants you to hear is kindness counts. Yeah. If you're thinking about possibly leaving a job or a career and making this kind of shift, yeah, kindness is going to be really important. Do not burn bridges, Leo. Even if the reason that you are considering leaving your job or career is because there's some bad blood there, there's some negativity, there's some perhaps office politics. Okay, the universe is telling me not to say office politics. It's telling me just come right out and say backstabbing. Sorry. But if there's some backstabbing, office politics, some other stuff that's going on at your work, this card is asking you not to retaliate. It's asking you to leave in kindness and not burn bridges, because with whatever it is that you're stepping into, you're going to want to make sure that you have friends in the past as well as make new friends with this new endeavor that you're stepping out upon. And like attracts like. Another message that the universe wants you to hear at this time. Like attracts like is reminding you that as much as there's some naivety involved in the decisions that you are currently making right now, this is saying don't go too far off the beaten path. All right. Yeah, we're getting called back over to the traditional tarot yet again. And we're going to see if there's anything unexpected coming up for you. Oh. And there's the Eight of Pentacles. I thought that card might come up. You've got the Five of Swords here that's come out, and the Five of Swords came out in reverse. Now, the Five of Swords is actually picking up on exactly what I said is you may be feeling hurt and betrayed in your current job. You may be feeling like you are being unappreciated. And the Five of Swords coming out in reverse is basically saying you're justified in feeling hurt or betrayed in what's been going on. But then the very next card that you have is the Page of Pentacles, and you also have the Eight of Pentacles that have come out here. And the Page of Pentacles is a little bit immature, but he also hears good news about money, which is great. But the Page of Pentacles is also a little bit about budgeting because he can be a little bit immature. You do have a couple of cards here that are indicating some immaturity right now, Leo. The Fool indicates naivety and a little bit of immaturity and impulsivity, as does this Page of Pentacles. So, sorry, I'm getting quite warm in here. I had some windows open and the wind caught one of them and slammed it closed during your reading, and I'm just getting a little warm. Okay, so the Page of Pentacles in your unexpected, your Five of Swords, it's funny because it came up in the unexpected, and yet it wasn't really unexpected that it came up, because I had already mentioned the kind when we were looking at the kindness counts before I ever pulled this card, that part of the reason you are looking at making this change is because there's been some office politics going on and you're not comfortable with them. And this card is confirming that there's been some office politics, some playing favorites, some backstabbing, whatever name you want to put on it, whether you want to put it on and be nice and soft and kind, or to come right out and call it backstabbing, which is what the universe asked, the wording the universe asked me to use. This card confirms that some of that has been going on for you, Leo, and you're ready to just say, talk to the hand, I'm done. But in so doing, that looks like it's going to result in, you know, you getting paid out the money that you would be owed if and when you decide to make this change or this shift. But this card is also saying, like, unexpectedly, don't act irrationally, don't act impulsively. Why? Because you have the Eight of Pentacles here, and the Eight of Pentacles is the card of, you have put in an awful lot of hard work. You are going to have to continue to put in hard work, Leo, but your efforts are being recognized. They're not going unnoticed. As much as you think they are going unnoticed, especially with this Five of Swords here, your efforts are being recognized. And that's another reason why, I mean, I just keep hearing over and over again, do not burn bridges, Leo. Do not burn bridges. I've heard that over and over again during your reading. Let's take a look at your final outcome and where this situation is headed for the middle of November. Let's see what comes up for you. There is a card sticking out. Let's see whether it's actually going to come out or not. I think it is. Yep, there it goes. It actually fell out. Is there anything else for Leo? Anything else? Yep. So, all right. So we have two cards. Yeah, apparently I forgot to mute my phone. 10 of Autumn, 10 of Pentacles. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. This card. This is the card of, okay, you've achieved some financial success. You've achieved some success at your work. And even if you are intending to leave, this card is your card of making sure you're preparing for the future. This involves, this is kind of my 401k or RRSP card or investments card. This is the card of, make sure that whatever you are doing with your funds at this time, you are securing them in a way that you feel comfortable with. Now, here is my caveat. Here is my disclaimer. I am not a certified financial advisor. This is a general tarot reading intended for anybody born under the sign of Leo and anyone else that has significant Leo elsewhere in their charts. And because this is a general reading, and because I'm not a financial advisor, what you choose to do with your money, what you choose to do with your job or career at this time is 100% your choice, and you need to be accountable to that and take ownership of that. Like I said, this is just what the cards are telling me, but Leo, make sure that whatever decisions you are making at this time, you're not being completely irrational and impulsive. But the cards are indicating that there's some changes and shifts coming. The 10 of Autumn is saying, before you make this shift, this change, whatever it may be, make sure that you are financially secure in whatever it is that you are doing. And the final card in your reading is the Prince of Summer, also known as the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is about an emotional experience that happens, and it happens suddenly. It's like being swept off your feet. Something is going to come in and go whoosh, and you're going to go, oh my God, what just happened? All right. So that is an indication that this King of Pentacles in reverse in your challenges, where the King of Pentacles in reverse in your challenges indicated that the timing wasn't quite right for things to happen. Right now, here at the end of October, beginning of November, as I'm doing this reading, this card is indicating that things by the middle of November are going to change and shift and begin to move more quickly for you. All right, Leo, thank you so much for joining me here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. If this resonated, please consider giving the video a like and subscribing. And I hope that you will allow me the honor of doing your next reading in the middle of November.